Werewolves. Legendary creatures of lore. They are not exactly the most commonly represented beasts in computer games, and whenever we do get to see them, they're usually just generic enemies for us to fight. We very rarely get any games that are actually about being a werewolf. That is, until now. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. It's an elaborate title for the upcoming werewolf-themed video game produced by Cyanide Studios and published by BigBen Interactive. In Earthblood, we play the titular character of Cahal, a Hamid Arun werewolf born under the full moon and into the tribal society of the Fianna. If you are not familiar with the World of Darkness werewolf setting, then the title can be a bit of a mouthful for what might seem like just another werewolf game. But this one goes so much deeper. It's an action RPG with elements of stealth, conversation, and visceral combat, each tied to the 3 different forms that Cahal can seamlessly shift between. If you are not familiar with the Werewolf the Apocalypse brand, here's a quick rundown of the very basics. WTA is part of White Wolf's tabletop role-playing system set within the fictional universe known as the World of Darkness. You might have heard of it before if you've ever played this little computer role-playing game called Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. The World of Darkness is a fictional reflection of the real world, set in modern times but with supernatural beings trying to hide their existence from humanity. A daunting prospect in our modern age of high-tech surveillance and where every person on the street has a camera phone in their pocket. It's a bleak and dark setting that plays heavily into the personal horror fantasy of coming to terms with being a literal monster in a world that will shun you and kill you if it learns your true nature. To put it brief, in the World of Darkness, werewolves were created by the Earth Mother Gaia as her elite warriors against that which threatens nature, supernatural or otherwise. They are, in essence, the planet's immune system. Werewolves, who call themselves the Garou, are a spiritualistic race of warriors who band together into 13 distinct tribes, each with their individual views and values on the world and their role within it. These tribes make up what is known as the Garou Nation, a reclusive and secret society guided by rigid traditions that are steeped in honor and glory. Unlike traditional lycanthropy, where the classic werewolf is essentially a regular human cursed by disease, the Garou are born as werewolves. They are not created through accident or a bite, but rather they procreate just as any other animal or person would. Like the classic werewolf, the Garou can shift to a monstrous warbeast of claws and fur, but they can also take several other forms, such as that of just a regular wolf, or even a huge and ancient dire wolf, and of course the more classic Wolfman. These 5 forms are all available to the Garou regardless of the moon or the time of day. Their shape-shifting ability is a natural physiological reflex that they can use at will. However, in the video game, we will only have access to 3 of those 5 forms. Cahal can shift into the classic werewolf form, also known as Krynos, or Krynos, based on how you pronounce it. as well as Lupus, which is the wolf form, and Homid, which is the regular human form. Each of these forms serves its own gameplay function. The Krynos form is for ripping and tearing and just generally destroying everything you see, while the Lupus form is for stealth and for gaining access to areas that are otherwise inaccessible. And finally, the human form is for dialogue, for conversation, subterfuge, and supposedly ranged combat. Because the Garou were created by the Celestine spirit of Earth, Gaia, they are themselves creatures of duality. They have the uncanny ability of stepping past the veil and enter fully into the Umbra, the spirit world. Things within the Garou nation, however, are not roses and sunshine. The werewolves are slowly dying out due to tribal tension and infighting, while also contending with the forces of the Wyrm, a great and evil spirit prophesies to bring about the apocalypse, the end of the world. Garou life is hard. Like the vampires, they must strive to always hide their existence from humanity, lest they be hunted down and killed. They struggle with their own innate rage, a powerful and supernatural anger imparted upon them by Luna, the spirit of the moon. It is both a source of immense power, fueling their spiritual abilities and supernatural strength, while also being a curse that heightens their anger and bloodlust to the point of frenzy, in which a Garou may attack and kill friends and family in a blind and mindless rage. These are the basic premises of the universe that Earthblood is based upon. Cahal, our protagonist, is a Ronin Garou, an excommunicated werewolf who is no longer welcome within his tribe and possibly within the Garou nation as a whole. The game will explore his journey as he returns from exile after learning that something has befallen his son. As Cahal, we will venture forth to unleash Gaia's fury upon the evils that threatens our world. We will fight to destroy the corrupt vampire-run Pentex Corporation, while also trying not to lose ourselves to our rage. This is Werewolf, the Apocalypse, Earthblood. And this is one gamer who is dying to get his hands on the game. The game is planned for a release on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 sometime in 2020. I want to thank you for watching or listening, whatever you did, and I will see you on the battlefield.